All right, all right, all right. Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Chris Hawkes, and this is Your Best Life Defined. How you doing today? How you feeling today? Did you wake up energized? I like to ask that question because I want you to get in touch with where you are, so maybe you can better understand the kind of crap I'm talking about, right? Going to be kind of a little bit more direct with you. I've been kind of walking around this subject, but this is really about you, right? It's really about you. So I think at this point, been showing up every day for quite a while now. I'm going to start asking you some questions, and I'd like you to answer them. I'd like you to think to yourself as we talk, because my goal is to make sure that in 3 months your life is better than it is right now. Now, I'm not defining the direction. I'm not telling you where you need to go or what you need to do. What I'm saying is I'm going to show you how to culminate that within yourself. So let's do this thing. So let's get right on this topic. This is a tough topic. Who do you hate? Who do you hate? I'll give you a minute. You can think about it. Kind of a weird feeling. You're like, uh-oh. Wouldn't that be cool if you go to church and we talk about the things we hate or the people we hate? That'd be a good question for a preacher. Anyone out there who's in the church, you might try that with your congregation. Tell them, hey, listen, okay, folks, everybody, amen. All right, that's good. We're going to talk about something. We're doing something a little different today. We're going to talk about who we hate. Oh, my God. Can you imagine the feeling some people would get in their stomach? You want me to talk about who I hate? Yeah, that's what we're going to talk about. We're talking about who you hate. The other response that I might get, or that most people give, is, I don't hate anybody. I don't hate anybody. Of course not. Of course not. That's why this campaign thing with Trump and Biden and all these political things, that's why they don't work at all, right? That's why this upcoming debate, because I'm shooting this before the debate, this upcoming debate isn't going to be watched by millions and millions of Americans. It's about us versus them. It's about us versus them. It's reality TV with people that are going to make decisions that will change our lives and the lives of our children. And you tell me, well, I don't hate nobody. Don't worry, I'm not alone. You're not alone. I was there. I used to be that guy. I really try not to be. And even every once in a while, I still get a little judgmental. I will get to, what's it called, pontificating on my opinions about certain things and what I think should change and how things should be. And it'll generate that energy, that thing inside you is like, yeah, you know what I mean? And there you are, whoever you're talking to there, yeah, that's right, that's craziness, ain't it? And you get this coalition of anger feelings and bad feelings about some issue or some person. We all do it. We all do it. We all do it. We all do it every day. And what does it matter, right? Think about it. What does it matter? What does it really matter? So you hate somebody. Well, it depends on where you're from. If you're from a clearly religious background, if you're from a place in your life where you believe in a higher power and you believe in like God or Allah or whoever your God is or that higher power is, how do you serve that and what you're doing? Okay. And if you're from the universal idea that maybe life is energy and that's our God and whatever, you still have to believe that if you bring anger to any situation, if you bring negative feelings, and you know what I'm talking about, it's when you walk around in the dark. When I walked around in pitch black for years. The only thing I could see was my anger. It's going to change. It's going to set the dynamic for how we go, what direction we take. Think about it. The more anger there is in the world, the more hate there is in the world, the more we spend time paying attention to everyone else's lives while our lives are falling apart, the worse it's going to get. Who do you hate? Who do you hate? I guarantee, except for that one issue or those couple of issues where you can say, I don't know, I don't like those people, they're wrong. I bet you have a list of things that you are just like them. I bet that person, if you stepped away from behind those signs and those ideas and you just looked at each other and said, hey, I'm Jim. All right, I'm Chris. Hey, nice to meet you, Jim. How you doing? Good? Got family? Oh, yeah, just like me? Yeah, oh, I got family. You got a wife? Yeah, oh, yeah, I love my wife. Oh, me too. I mean, that's a crazy concept. Listen, you got grandkids? Yeah, I got grandkids. What about you? Oh, yeah, I got grandkids. And there you are. Walk away from Jim. Don't know Jim, see him on TV. I hate that sucker. I hate that guy. Screw him. Right? Really? 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 And I'm not immune. I mean, there are things that I see that I go, make me cringe, and then I try and remind myself, you know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to be that way. I'm not going to do that. So turn it around. How do you fix it? Turn it around. How do you fix it? How do you stop hating? Well, for me, I think the easiest way to stop hating is to change your focus. See, there's energy within us. No matter where we are, what we're doing, we have a certain amount of energy that's driving this engine, that's pushing us. And as long as we're awake and we're thinking about things and about ideas, and we're just constantly cycling through this thing. Even when you think about like a guy that you view as just sitting around playing video games every day, that's not the only thing he thinks about while he is engaged in that activity, and we always do that. You have two choices. You can specifically hunt out the input you want to put into those moments, or you can allow the input to be fed to you on a conveyor belt. Which is just pushing it in, pounding it in your brain. We are what we take in. I watch social media. I don't know if you've noticed, I got off of social media. I know there's some people feel offended and they've kind of stepped away from me. They're not really as good of friends with me anymore because I don't spend that time. But you got to think about it. What is that conveyor belt of information doing to you? It's setting this standard that you have to decipher. You have this river, this friggin' river as wide as the Amazon, just pumping information into your head every time you look at that phone. If you're looking at hate and you subscribe to something, all of a sudden the attitude is hate, and you kind of liking that feeling, that anger, you're like, yeah, I'll kick some ass. Let's kick some ass. Let's get those Democrats, right? Let's get those Black Lives Matter people. What do you think you're going to come out of that with? What do you think you're coming out of that with? What are you going to come out with? Some feelings of good cheer, unicorns, and lollipops? That's what's ironic about it. It's like, I don't know what's wrong with the world. Yeah, it's them damn Democrats. Them damn Republicans, right? Really? It's the hate. It's the hate. It's too many people are standing in the dark right now. Too many people have chosen the dark side. Let's just be honest, all right? I'm going to be honest about our president. And normally I don't get into politics, and this really isn't a political statement. It's more of an observation, something we should all be seeing that we're missing. When you look at the president, and you look at his cabinet and the number of people that have been fired in his cabinet by him, people he's allowed into his inner circle, and then he just like, you're fired, you're fired, you're fired, just almost like a TV show. Go figure, almost like a TV show. That kind of tells me that he's not really a real good guy to hang around with. It doesn't seem like that's something a nice guy does, right? These were friends before they were employees. Or supposedly, who knows? I'm just I mean, if you're looking for someone to hate, and I'm not pointing fingers at anyone, but see, I hate lying. That's what I hate. Instead of hating someone, hate a thing, an action. It used to drive me nuts. I used to have this saying about liars, basically, and it encompasses the fact that there's nothing I hate more than to be lied to. Tell me the truth. It's okay. Stand on your ground and admit and hold to what you did. Be accountable for who you are and your actions, right? When is it okay for us to watch public figures lie about anything? Why lie? Lie once, you're a liar, right? Lie once, you're a liar? Oh, no, maybe not. Lie twice, you're a liar? Maybe not. Oh, wait. Lie 3 times, you're a liar? Oh, no, wait, maybe not. Lie 4 times, you're a liar? Imagine what your parents, your mom or dad would do to you if you became an incessant liar. Or even some people, if you lie once. Usually it's a bar of soap or some catastrophic action against your person. Just saying it. Do you know any liars? Is there anybody lying to you? I'm going to do a podcast about this. You're going to check it out. We're going to talk about all the people that are lying to you. So keep that in mind. Back to you. Back to you. You get that energy. You got that good side and the bad side, the dark and the light, right? The light is where all the things you do generate a positive feeling and an attitude towards success and towards growth and energize you to go a certain direction and to take action. The dark side is a place where you go where the focus isn't on what you can do, but the tragedies and the dark side of things, why you can't, and how this is bad and that is bad and this is terrible and those people are terrible. Choose it. You guys are therapy for me. You probably didn't know this. You're freaking fixing my brain, because the only way I'm able to come out here and do this every day is because I spend time talking to myself and thinking about who I am, and more than that, how life actually is, right? And by showing up every day and doing that for myself, it makes it easy, man. I gotta think about this. What am I saying? What is true? What's going on right now? Too much hate going on. Even by Christians, by people who are supposed to love, who will sit around in little circles and hold hands and say prayers to God. And I'm not just jumping on Christians, I'm jumping on anyone. Anyone who professes kindness to one person and hate to another. Oh, shame on you. Two masters, right? You can't serve two masters. Anyway, I hope you'll think about it. How does this work for you? Well, it really comes down to this. You wake up every day and you get a certain amount of energy. And you get the opportunity to take your life in two directions. You can either take your life to the dark side and to maintain that ugly, dark energy, or you can step into the light. Anytime you feel negative energy or animosity, my wife she used to irritate me, because she'd be over there, I'd be criticizing someone's choices, and she'd always come with the positive. She said, yeah, but they're really nice people, and I think they're really trying really hard. And, it'll work out. They're learning. She's always saying, I'm not, no, hate feels better. Anger feels, opinion feels better. No, I learned it doesn't. And I hope that's what you'll learn. Wake up with a glad heart. Wake up with a glad heart and look at not what you can't do, but what you can do, and go after it every day and remind yourself of why you're taking the actions you're taking, and stop looking at the things you do from the standpoint of an emotional response. I don't feel like it. I don't want to do it. Fucking do it, man. It's your life. Do it. Stop talking about it. Stop thinking about it. Take that first step. There are so many things in my life I would not be able to do had I not taken the first step. I think that's where the struggle comes. It's like, the reluctance to move forward. And if it's not fear, it's like, well, I don't want to do more. Well, that's because the reward isn't big enough. I want to be, my goal, my story around this podcast and this moment here is that you're gonna get off this podcast and you'll be like, oh, honey, man, I learned something from this guy. He's talking about how if we focus our energy on ourselves and we do all this great shit, we can live an amazing life. We can wake up every day excited about the stuff we get to do. Can you imagine? All excited, all energized. That's the story I'm telling myself. I wake up every day, I just know that right now they're writing my name down on Oprah's desk. They say, hey, Chris, come on over. We want to talk to you. Oprah wants to meet you. Is it crazy? Hell yeah, it's crazy. It's crazier than hell. But why not? Why not? If you make it good enough, you'll show up. If you make it good enough, you'll show up. I mean, you're a young guy, got a beautiful wife, and you got that issue where you're just not hooking up like you should. Well, become Mr. Irresistible. Pretend you're that guy that was looking at her from across the way. Pretend you're that guy rolled over. Pretend that you're the guy you used to be when you picked her up, when you got together. You know how exciting and energized we are when we first get together and we're over there rocking and rolling it. And it's like, and we will do anything for them. We will do anything. We'll hold their hand. We'll scratch their back. We'll lay there cuddling at night, even though it's uncomfortable as hell. Yeah. All that energy you're hating, waving your banners for people you've never met. Why don't you turn that energy into waving a banner for someone you know all too well? Turn that banner into something towards something that you have met more than once. You have had dinner, breakfast, lunch, taken showers with, played with. Come on, I'm just saying. It's something to think about. Hey, listen, guys, I hope you will continue to stay tuned. I'm just trying to loosen it up here. But it's the truth. It's the truth. We all hate something. Hate the fact that we can't wake up in the morning and our life be the way it was, or even better. Hate the fact that we can't wake up with one more thing in our life that we didn't have today. Tomorrow morning, maybe you can wake up with one thing you say, yeah, I dig it. That's where I'm at. This is what I love, right? Go ahead and try it. It's not going to hurt. Not going to hurt. And it doesn't really matter. I mean, you're in it for you, right? You're in it for you. You're in it to wake up every day and know that the life you we will create today is better than the life you created yesterday. And that's the goal. Does it happen all the time? Hell no. I'm going to tell you right now, if you've listened to all my podcasts, which thank you for those of you who have, so that would be amazing. You don't always wake up at 100%, but you show up. And you show up to be seen, and you show up and you take action, grab hold of those things you love. So anyways, let's stop that hate. Until next time, just remember, today's your day. Make it a good one.